بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Assalamu alaikum, welcome to Quranic Arabic webinars. This is an introduction to our Arabic grammar course. So the prerequisites are you must be able to read the Arabic script. You must be fluent or relatively fluent in your Arabic reading. Benefits of you trying to learn Arabic grammar, and what we mean by Arabic grammar here is the Arabic language itself. So you will be able to start to understand what you read in the Holy Quran. It brings more meaning to what you recite in your prayers and supplications because you start to understand what you're actually saying. And if you want to go on to learn any of the major Islamic sciences like hadith studies or tafsir, Quranic studies, then you must know Arabic grammar. Okay, benefits of our particular course. So our presentations are going to be highly visual, very simplified, and we're going to include audio files to help you along. Now, these have been designed by professional education consultants. They've been designed by non-Arabs. Now, there's an upside and downside to that. Obviously, as non-Arabs, our Arabic is not as brilliant as the Arabs. However, we've had to go through the very difficult task of starting from absolute zero and trying to learn this language. So we know how difficult it is, and we know where the downfalls are and the pitfalls are, and we take nothing for granted when we're teaching. So we're going to simplify every single topic and explain it in a very well structured manner. Simplified terminologies and comparisons to English grammar. So one of the things we're going to do in our course is we're going to start by explaining simple English grammar. And the reason for that is you cannot learn the grammar of another language when you don't even know your own grammar. However, this is going to be very basic. So we're going to go through initially all the basics of English grammar, and then as we go through each topic, we'll explain the English grammar again, and then we'll compare that to the Arabic grammar, because you need a point to start from and something to compare to. So a lot of Arabic grammar courses, especially books, they start with very difficult terms that you don't really understand, and you have to go hunting around on the internet trying to find out what the English terms mean before you can even get into the Arabic terms, which causes a lot of confusion, and it really does halt your learning of the Arabic language. Now, you need to set yourself a personal plan, and we need to be realistic here. Arabic grammar and the Arabic language takes a long time. Don't fool yourself in thinking that you're going to learn this in 3 months or 6 months. It won't happen unless you're doing this full time in front of a teacher, and you may be living in an Arab country where you get to hear this day in and day out and absorb it all the time. So be realistic. It's going to take a few years, and that might sound like a long time, but in reality it's not. And with work and family, etc., doing a few hours here and there every week is realistic, and by setting yourself a long-term goal, you won't demoralize yourself. And the main thing is every week you learn something more than you knew the week before, and you'll see after 2 years how much you actually know and how many verses you'll be able to translate. So we're estimating you need to study at least 2 hours per week for up to 2 years to get to an elementary level of grammar. It takes a lot of determination and constant revision. This is the main thing, constant revision. Every week you have to revise what you've done before. That obviously accumulates your time for study, but it needs to be done. Do not be overambitious and think you can learn the Arabic language in a few months. But the reward is immense. Okay, so this is the beauty of it, is you'll start to pick up verses of the Quran or what you're reciting in your prayer, and you'll suddenly realize you're starting to understand what's being said. So our course structure, now we've started building this, and at the time of making this first video, it's September 2010. So it's going to take us quite a while to build this. However, the benefit of that is if you keep visiting the website, you can actually start learning and keep up with what we're adding week on and week out. So we'll be adding a few videos maybe once every week or so, depends how long it takes us to construct them. Now, Your learning will consist of these three components. Firstly, you've got to learn Arabic grammar rules, and we'll learn those slowly, and that takes up about 20% of your overall learning. You've also got to memorize grammar tables, so we'll be giving you tables to learn. That will be another 20%. The majority of your language will come from memorizing glossaries of vocabulary, because it doesn't matter how many rules you know, how many tables you know, you need to build up a vocabulary. And the Quranic vocabulary is about 2,000 words. We're going to try to cover about 500. Now you might think, well, that's only a quarter, but believe me, it's still a huge amount. And trying to go for the full 2,000 straight away is going to demoralize you again. Now, what we're going to provide you with, we're going to give you video lessons explaining Arabic grammar concepts with English grammar comparison. So we're always going to say, in English, this is a verb, for example. In Arabic, this is a verb. And we'll explain in English what a verb actually is, and we'll give you some English examples. And then we'll go on to the Arabic grammar, because you need a good starting point. We're going to provide you PDF documents with grammar tables to print, so you can print them out for you to practice your own writing and your own memorization. And they're in nice script, very nicely laid out. We're also going to give you PDF documents with glossaries of vocabularies to print and memorize. Okay, sorry, spelling mistake there. And this is only Quranic vocabularies. We're not going to give you words that don't occur in the Quran, like airport, I don't know, car, bus. That's, for us, is a waste of time. This course is to translate the Quran. The other thing we're going to give you, which I haven't put here on the slide, is the PDF files with the grammar tables. And for the vocabularies and the grammar tables, we're going to provide you audio files with pronunciations. And you're going to have the Arabic and then the English. So you're going to get used to building up your listening skills, because writing skills are completely different from listening skills. You need to learn to write, so you get used to writing, and you know all the i'rab, i.e. kasra, fatha, dhammatain, etc., what to put, which letters are being used. Plus you need to get used to listening, so when you hear the Quran, you'll be able to pick up the translation as well. Two totally different skills. So we're going to provide you with some MP4 files, and we've obviously got these webinars on the actual website. So the webinars on the websites are going to be in Flash. You can play them on the website. We'll upload them as well to YouTube, so they're going to play off YouTube, so you should be able to pick them up on your iPod, etc. And we're going to give you an MP4, so you can download the MP4 files onto your, let's say, an iPod if you've got one, so you can practice or watch these webinars offline. We're going to give you MP3 Wave and Windows Media audio files, so you can also listen and practice your listening skills. Now, what you're going to achieve, you're going to reach an elementary level of Arabic grammar, and that might sound like, okay, I want to go to intermediate advanced, but believe me, intermediate and advanced is very difficult. Elementary itself is a big task. Okay, you can do it, and if you follow our course step by step, guarantee if you just spend 2 to 3 hours a week, or maybe even 1 to 2, you'll get there over about 2 years. You're probably going to be able to translate maybe up to 30% of what you read in the Holy Quran. Okay, you will have the basis to pick up other Arabic vocabularies yourself and build on the Arabic translation. Because we're going to build in all the rules, you'll be able to take root words and then build, so you can then go away and get an Arabic dictionary or pick up vocabularies from other sites and build on that. Or you can go on to learn with scholars to a higher level of grammar. All right, and the benefit is you don't have to spend a huge amount of money learning the basics, because even if you learn the elementary level over a 2-year period online, any institute that you're going to pay for, that's going to be a lot of money to give out. So that's the end. And again, we've got our website address here, and inshallah, we hope that we'll be able to help you get to an elementary level of grammar, especially the English speaking community. That's who we're really aiming for. Assalamu alaikum.